Now that you've got your design looking how you want it to look, we can start to add our interactivity so we can make our buttons work. To do this, we're going to first of all click on states over here. Now if you can't see states, if you go to window, you'll find it in here, look. We're going to right click on state 1 and choose duplicate and then press OK. And what we're effectively doing here is making a copy of everything that's on here on a separate state. So think about this like a scene in a movie. This would be scene 1, this would be scene 2. So on your second state, you're going to select your text and you're going to change something about it. So it could be the colour, it could be an effect, it could be a number of different things. What you don't want to do though is you don't want your text to be moving around, so try and avoid changing the size of your text or the font because it tends to move. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to change the colour to a different colour, so something like that. Okay, that's all we need to do. It doesn't need to be big and fancy, just so we can see that it has changed. And what we're going to do is we're going to say to it, when you move your mouse over this button, it's going to change from looking like this to looking like this. So back to state 1, and we're going to take our slice tool, which is this one here. Now be careful that you don't use that one. It's the slice tool, the one that looks like it's got a little knife next to it. And we're going to drag out around our text. Now it doesn't matter if you go bigger than your text, so long as you don't drag out over other slices. These are effectively going to be your buttons, so the green areas that you're starting to see now are going to be the areas that you can click in to select these buttons. Now I'm going to also select my logo because I'm going to link that up, so I'm going to just drag around this area and make sure that I don't go over this button. Now I haven't put an effect on my logo, but I can still make it into a button. I'm going to go and take my pointer tool, which is a black arrow, and I'm going to click on each button, select the white circle in the center and choose add simple rollover. And what this is doing is it's telling the button that when you move your mouse over it, change it to the other state, so change how it looks. Even with this one, we still have the rollover because you'll get the little hand pop up so you can see that it is a button. We now need to tell it where these buttons are going to link to. So I'm going to click on this learn to swim. Now I've purposely put in pages here that have got spaces in. When you put your link in the bottom here, you can't have spaces. So we're going to use lowercase and no spaces. And we're going to put on the end of this .html because that is the extension for the page that we're going to make in a little while. Click into the Alt button here. Now the Alt is what will display if that page, if that button doesn't show. So we need a very brief description, and in the Alt you can have spaces and you can have capitals, so we can put in exactly how the button looks. And we're going to repeat that process for them all. So we're going to click on Adult Sessions, no spaces, no capitals, .html, and in here we can put our capital letters in, we can put our spaces in, and so on and so forth. Now when you come to do the logo, you'll probably be asked to link this to an external website, so all you've got to do in your link is put in that web address. And then again in here put in a description, so in this case Swim for Life homepage, and so on, and repeat that until you've got all your buttons linked up. You can test that all your rollovers are working by clicking on File and then going to Preview in Browser and choosing Preview in, and you can choose either Chrome or Internet Explorer, doesn't matter, but when you click onto it, it'll open it up for you, and then when you move your mouse over you can see, look, these are changing. Now you won't be able to click on them yet because we haven't made the page, but when you make the page later these will link to it.